Dare to play. Years ago, a violent sandstorm uncovered an ancient tomb in the desert outside Cairo. A British expedition set off in hope of finally finding Egypt's legendary lost queen. The expedition never returned. The explorers were lost and presumed dead. For 60 years, the grisly tale of the cursed team remained the only proof of the tomb's existence.
What have I missed?
It's locked. It's locked. A lot, actually. The crew left after the storm. They kept talking about the old team that disappeared, and then they were gone. Oh, who cares? I'm just glad you're okay.
About that...
What?
The docs here say there's reason to believe I was attacked. Nancy, you're the only one I can trust now. I need you to be my eyes and ears until I can get out of here.
But I just came here to job shadow you. Are you sure? Will you be coming back?
As soon as they release me. Until then, keep me updated on what you're seeing. I've got some notes in my bunk area. Get caught up to speed. Keep everything you find between you and me. The less you seem to know, the safer you'll be.
Got it. I'll see if I can prove whose tomb this is and find out who attacked you. I'd better get going.
Catch you later.
Nancy, you decided to stay?
Of course.
Good. We need all the help we can get. Look, this is awkward.
What's that?
Professor Boyle is gone, and I have to say this to keep things from getting awkward, but look, I'm assuming the authority in the time being.
Are you sure everyone here agrees to that?
I just meant the American team, which is just you.
I can take care of myself.
I'm sure you can, but can you take care of a site that's thousands of years old? I'll answer that for you. No, you cannot.
Is that necessary? Do we really need someone in charge?
Yes, it is, but it shouldn't affect you all that much. I'm not going to go on a power trip or anything crazy. Trust me. I just don't want the site to fall into chaos. I'm working entirely out of Professor Boyle's playbook.
Did you see what happened to Professor Boyle?
I couldn't see a thing. I couldn't keep my eyes open for a second.
Did you know Professor Boyle was attacked? At least that's what the doctors think.
Who told you that?
He did.
Don't worry. He's probably just all turned around from the injury. There's nothing to worry about here.
Bye-bye.
See ya! Whoa, you cannot go back there.
I'm looking for Professor Boyle's notes.
His notes are off limits.
He wants me to have them. Call him if you don't believe me.
I will. Trust me.
I'll let you go.
See you.
Great! I could use this to translate the hieroglyphs.
Stay out of there!
This game looks cool. Can we play?
Yes. The goal is to get all of your pieces off the board first. When a token reaches the last square, it's removed from the board. To move, throw the sticks. The number of light sticks determines how many spaces you move. If all 4 sticks are dark, then you get to move 5 squares.
I threw a 2. What does that mean?
You can move any of your tokens to either an empty square or a square occupied by your opponent.
Still have to do that. Can't do that.
If you throw a 1, 4, or 5, move a token and then throw the sticks again. If no moves are available, the player skips their turn. I've rolled a 3, so I'll move my token 3 spaces. If you land on an opponent, you swap places, sending your opponent's token back to your token starting position. If an opponent has 2 or more tokens in adjacent squares, then they've created a block. You can't swap places with a token in a block, but you can move over it. There are 5 special squares on the board, each with their own name and design. The square with the Ankh is a safe square, and the token on this square can't be swapped. All tokens must stop on the square with the bird, even if the throw would have moved them past it. They can move past it on their next turn. Landing on the square with the water sends that token back to the square with the Ankh. The last 2 are safe squares, so tokens can't be swapped. Let's start a game. You can go first.
I should try to piece the amulet back together. there's a piece missing. I wonder where the rest of the amulet pieces were found in the tomb. This looks like a map of the site. This is approximately where the other amulet pieces were found. Got it.
Ah, you are still here, darling.
Oh, you couldn't drag me away. But if you don't mind... It's locked. I prefer Nancy.
I prefer the distinguished Dr. Raccoon. It appears neither of us is going to get what we want. So I must know, are you very brave or just very stupid?
Oh, I'm not afraid of a curse, if that's what you're getting at.
It is, but you still haven't answered my question.
If there really is a curse and I'm ignoring it, then I guess you could say I'm pretty stupid.
No stupid person has ever uttered that phrase. I've met many stupid people. As a group, they do not self-identify reliably. I see I must keep an eye on you.
What's going to happen now that there's been a major injury?
Usually it means we are going to be shut down, so now we work fast.
Professor Boyle was supposedly injured by a lightning strike, but the medical reports state that he was struck in the head with a blunt instrument.
No, that can't be.
That's what he said.
This is serious.
I know. Someone attacked him.
Do not be so hasty. We don't know what happened. But it's best you be careful anyway.
I think Professor Boyle was attacked.
Do you have any evidence?
No, it's just a guess. If I'm wrong and it's an accident, then no harm done. If I just assume it was an accident and let his attacker get away with it, who knows who will get hurt next?
You are very shrewd.
What do you think about Professor Boyle?
He's lucky to be alive. It's a good thing professors have such thick skulls.
Did you two get along?
Get along? I know him. I respect his work.
Were you okay with Professor Boyle working the site with you?
No.
Why not?
When you are the best, like I am the best, no one else can ever help. No, they only get in your way.
But Professor Boyle is one of the best archaeologists working today. He wouldn't be getting in your way.
One of the best? Pfft, I am the best. That's why this site is mine.
What are you working on?
This mural here. There is something very important hidden in this wall. I don't know if I can decode it in time.
Can I give it a shot?
No. You want to try the other mural up top? Yeah, sure.
I need a few tips for reading the hieroglyphs.
A few tips? Yes, that's how I learned to read hieroglyphs. At first, they were inscrutable and mysterious, but then I got some tips. Just go look in your books.
Have you made progress? Did you find anything to say whose tomb this is?
I wish I could say we found the lost queen, but I don't know for sure yet. The answer is here. We may find the mummy, but if we do not crack this before they come to shut us down, we may never know who we have found.
Do you have any idea what that inscription means?
Look at the hieroglyphs. They are not supposed to be riddles, and I still grappled with them, sometimes for years. The actual riddles, forget it. That's why I am here, staring at this wall. I cannot think if I am not working.
What do you know about Lily?
I've seen many like her.
What does that mean?
Ambitious, young, smart. The ones like that, they achieve. Or they flame out in a big
That seems dramatic.
The world moves on the back of dramatic lives. I do not think this is a good thing. Lily, she is like a spinning top. She stands straight, but the slightest nudge, she will go ping, flying off in a crazy direction. I do not trust her.
Then why did you choose her to be part of the dig?
Someone I fully trust would never be able to surprise me.
I still don't understand why you would want Lily to work with you.
She is smart, and her downfall is being too ambitious. She is so much like me, I'd be a hypocrite to not like her.
Bye.
Goodbye.
I bet I could translate that. Never enter where? That jackal symbol is at the beginning and end of this passage. There must be something special about it. Crazy. Looks like I need to find out who the 4 sons of Horus were. I need to see if I can find something that will help me solve this. That's it! Now if I only knew what it meant. It's still sealed. Oops. It's too dark. I need to find something to light the way. Whoa,
What are you doing?
I think we found the tomb.
I've got to see this myself.
Brilliant!
Who is that? It's magnificent.
What is this? Look at the hieroglyphs. There is something very important here.
It's the curse.
Everyone, get out of here.
Oh, if I can just get this light to turn back on.
Now!
Hi!
Do you think there's something to this curse?
I've studied curses, so look. Don't make me say it.
Say what?
Yes, I do. Even reading about curses gives me the creeps.
Why are you reading about curses if they give you the creeps?
I know, it's weird. It's like if I can learn everything about curses, then maybe they won't have any control over me. I can tell that you probably don't believe in curses, so please don't make fun of me.
How can you tell I don't believe in curses?
Sorry, I'm just a bit worked up. I'm probably just being oversensitive. You're too calm. Do you know how effective curses are? They are deadly 76.42% of the time. You know what else has that fatality rating? Whitewater rafting with a hungry bear, who also has the bird flu and he's holding dynamite.
What do you think of Abdullah?
Say what you want about how he behaves. He's earned it.
What makes you so sure of that?
I've studied his career. He's a bit of a jerk, but let's face it, when you think of archaeology, you think of him. He's the best. A decade of dedicated study.
Okay, I guess you have a point.
Thanks. It just bothers me when people are critical of him. He's sort of a hero of mine.
Bye.
Later!
Hello.
Not to be rude, but who are you? Why are you here?
I could ask the same of you, but I won't. I'm Dylan Carter, to answer the question you didn't ask, but probably meant to.
I'm Nancy Drew.
Brilliant! Well, good chat. Mustn't keep you from your duties.
What do you think of Abdullah?
He's got quite the ego, but I'm sure he deserves it.
What makes you say that?
If he didn't, no one would put up with him. History's great pioneers always tend to be a bit prickly. Sure, he's a tyrant, but he's supposed to be the best in his field.
Do you think he is?
Who knows if it's true? He's either the best or the guy who says, "I'm the best, the loudest." Unfortunately, either one of those two things works equally well. You know, he's just on the edge.
What do you mean?
He's close to being known the world over. He must have gotten a glimpse of what that would be like. I wonder what he'd do to make it over that last hurdle.
Why are you hanging out here outside instead of going into the tomb?
Why aren't you hanging out outside?
I have better things to do.
Oh, you do not. When you come to your senses, I'll still be here. You know why England tried to take over the world?
Boredom?
Because we've got everything you need. Except for the sun. You know why we stopped trying to take over the world?
Because everyone else got sick of it?
That they did.
Is the real reason you're hanging out here because you're not cleared to actually go into the site?
I was hoping we'd be able to get over that little bump in the road before that cat got out.
What do you do exactly?
As a tour guide, I show the world to those who want to see it. It's the best job on the planet, next to lion tamer or astronaut.
Where do you give tours?
All throughout Egypt.
That sounds like a fantastic job, but why aren't you leading a tour now?
It's getting very competitive these days. I need every advantage I can get. That's why I'm here. To be perfectly on the level, I have to be.
Since you're a tour guide, can you give me any information about Egypt I might need to know?
Sure, here.
I'll let you go.
Come back anytime.
Yes?
Is it strange that some of the hieroglyphs don't make sense?
There is a saying, if a lion could speak, we would not understand him. So let's say one day, magically, poof, a very smart lion learns to speak the king's English. How he understands the world is so radically different that even though you understand the words he spoke, you could never understand what he was trying to say.
Is that how you think of the ancient Egyptians?
Yes. Now let me show you why I am the best archaeologist in the world in one simple step.
Okay, go ahead.
I am Ramses II.
I thought you looked familiar.
Please, I am much more handsome than he was. Now pay attention. I, Ramses II, I look at my kingdom. Look at it with me. Be Ramses with me. Come now, survey the kingdom. We are kings. Look at the sands. They part in the most elegant tribute to our majesty. Listen to the river. You are not doing it.
Sorry, I'll try harder.
Good. Listen to the river. That is better. The birds of prey and even the deadly serpents bow before us. They look to us as if we were the sun. And remember, we are Ramses. We are the sun, most favored by Ra, sun god. The heartbeat of this world is for us alone. Looking at all of this, what do you want?
What could I possibly want?
Exactly. Now tell me, what are you afraid of?
I guess losing what I have.
Yes, you are thinking like a pharaoh. Now tell me, how could you lose what you have?
I can't lose anything. I'm the pharaoh.
Wrong. You can and you will. You will die, Ramses II. You will be gone and forgotten.
Okay, but how does all of this lead to the lost queen?
For thousands of years, the lion spoke and no one understood. But understand the fear and you understand the man.
Do you know Dylan?
I know of him.
You do? So he has a reputation?
He is a very popular guide, for whatever that is worth. I do not like guides. They distort history and turn the other way, as sticky-fingered tourists steal every bit of Egypt they can find.
That seems a little harsh.
Not harsh enough. Every tourist thinks, what will it hurt? I'll just take one small piece of the pyramids. And they come, by the millions they come. And bit by bit they smuggle our history back in their luggage. They're worse than the museums.
I translated the hieroglyphs.
Beginner's luck.
See ya.
Bye.
A lamp! Great! I just need to find a way to get it working. I need to find oil for the lamp. Part of John's notes are missing. That doesn't seem right. I wonder if I could find a way to light the entire room. Let there be lamp. Okay, way too heavy. If I could make some sort of lever, I bet I could use that hole and open the coffin. What was that? It sounds like it came from the entrance. It looks like something is missing. I bet I could translate that.
Yes?
That was a close call with the scaffolding.
I've seen worse. 20 years ago, we were in a tomb, a minor site. A guide, much like your boy Dylan, kicked over a support beam and crash! It all came down. 7 of us, trapped under stones, big as automobiles.
What happened?
5 of us were eventually pulled out.
What happened to the other 2?
What do you think happened?
Do you think this has anything to do with the curse?
Does it matter?
What do you think of this tomb?
What are you getting at?
It's amazing! The amount of detail, the size. Well, someone really important must be buried here.
After 5,000 years of recorded history, that could be said about every hole in the ground.
But that's what you think, isn't it?
I don't leave the house for anything less than amazing.
So it's safe to assume this is going to be a major find?
You tell me.
Who do you think is buried here?
No, I do not guess.
Who are you hoping to find here?
Who does everyone want to find? The Lost Queen.
Who is that?
Nefertari.
Why is she lost?
Over 100 years ago, they found her tomb. The most magnificent of its kind. But when they opened the tomb, do you know what they found?
Nothing?
They found 2 kneecaps. The queen was nowhere to be found.
Why's that?
Nobody knows. I say she was never there to begin with.
Do you have proof?
No. The people who had proof have been dead 100 times longer than they were ever alive. So they're not talking. We have to learn to think like they did. But it's not easy. Anyone who says different lies or is stupid.
Do you think international teams have stolen artifacts from Egypt?
No, I do not think. I know.
You don't seem very happy to have Dylan here.
Good. I'm glad you noticed. If this were my site, like it should be, he'd be out on the sand with his hat in his hand, trying to catch a ride back to Cairo. And he would never find one, because there is no street.
I'd better get going.
Goodbye.
The sandstorm did not scare you away?
It'll take more than a little sandstorm to get me to leave.
Shh! Do not tempt the Anunnaki.
Though, what?
I should not have even spoken their name. Disregard that. I didn't mean to say Anunnaki. Oh, blast! I said it again, didn't I? I'm Jamila, by the way. But if anyone asks, you haven't seen me.
Why are you here?
Well, I can't exactly be there, now can I? That would make no sense.
Are you worried about the curse?
Who could be worried about a curse at a time like this?
A time like what?
The makers. The original architects. They're watching.
Who are you talking about?
Nancy, they can't hear you. You do not have to pretend.
I'm not pretending. What are you talking about?
How could you not know? This is the cradle of civilization.
Right?
Here we were born, and like all infants, this is where we were taught.
Taught what?
To be human. We didn't just figure that out. But for millennia we lived in caves, terrified of the very earth, of fire and wind and lightning. We cowered and dug down into the earth. But one thing of all humans, we are curious. One night, our ancestors saw the sky catch fire, and the brave ones left their caves and walked into the light. And there they met the teachers.
I don't follow.
They brought us to the next level of consciousness, and in return we built them the pyramids.
Well, that makes sense.
It does?
You didn't expect me to agree.
Most people take a little convincing.
What do you think of Abdullah?
Not much. He talks always like there's an audience near, but what audience would listen to such a tedious man? I say let him think he's in charge if it makes him happy.
You don't think he should be in charge?
I don't think he's capable of being in charge. He doesn't even believe in the Anunnaki.
If we built the pyramids with the aliens, why did they all just leave?
Oh, they didn't leave. They're all around us. Do you want me to call them?
No.
Oh, well, that's a shame. They're an amazing sight. They're slender and tall, and they have the most gorgeous, glowing, luminescent fangs.
What do you think of Dylan?
The tour guide.
Yeah,
Did I have to have an opinion of him?
I guess not.
Oh, good. That's a relief.
I'd better get going.
Until later.
There's another door up there. I need to find a way to climb up to that ledge. Flashlight's dead. I'll need to find another light source. It looks like someone was tampering with these wires. My dictionary could help translate that. Can't. That's dead. Check. Can't check. 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 Haven't done that. Haven't done that. Haven't done that. Haven't done that. Did that. Check. That's done. That's done. Still have to do that. Still have to do that. Not strong enough. I need something else, too. Not strong enough. I need something else, too. Not strong enough. I need something else, too. Not strong enough. I need something else, too.
Yes?
What do you think of Jamila?
What is to think? She believes aliens built the pyramids. She is a waste of my time.
So I take it you don't believe in aliens?
Let me stop you there.
Normally when people say that, they have more to say.
I do not. If you do not have enough faith in humans to believe that we invented pushing, dragging, and lifting without the help of aliens, you are terminally wrong and incredibly stupid. We will never agree on anything.
Are you okay with her staying here?
No. Get out of my sight!
You do not own this temple!
Leave now, or I will remove you myself!
I'd like to see you try.
She sure seems determined to stay. I bet I could translate that. I bet I could translate that. That doesn't make any sense. I need to translate the hieroglyphs. Nefertari! Could this be true?
Hi.
When did you become so interested in aliens?
Sunny June. I took his Are You Alien or Ali Out course. Changed my life. Did you know that aliens were there at every major human milestone, with the exception of the moon landing?
All right, I'll bite. Why?
Because it was a rude thing to do, and they wanted no part of it.
Who is Sunny June? I've seen his name everywhere, but we've never met.
I can't explain it all to you, not now. He's special. He's met them.
Met whom?
You don't make this easy, do you?
To be fair, neither do you.
True. The Anunnaki. He's spoken to them. He knows that they're on their way.
I'm still not a believer.
But look around! This temple is proof. There is no way all of this could have been built without their help.
All those things seem like human accomplishments to me.
As they were designed to look. But I had hoped that you could see the strings, and not just the puppet.
Bye-bye.
Until later.
I need to figure out what these symbols mean before I do anything. It won't budge. Must be locked. I need to figure out what this means. I need to get the correct gods to their proper locations. Can't check that off yet. Still have can't check. Still have to do that.
Hi, Nancy.
What do you think of Jamila?
When she talks to me, I always keep checking for the hidden camera.
Huh?
No one can be that nuts. I'm still convinced we're gonna end up on a hidden camera show called Suckers Talking to Crazies.
Agreed.
Oh, good. Finally, someone I can be myself around. I'm glad you're staying. I don't know why Abdullah doesn't just kick her out.
What did you think about being there to finally open the tomb?
I don't know what to think. When I was near it, it just felt... No, it's stupid.
What?
Something was in that room with me. Whatever it wasn't human. At least not anymore. Don't go in there.
What's that book?
Curses of the World, the Compendium of Cruel Curses and Curious Casualties. It does have a lot of C's.
That doesn't seem like light reading.
I was originally going to go into paleontology, but no, I changed my mind freshman year. Why did no one tell me about how creepy curses are when I switched majors? Dinosaurs were bad news back in the day, but now, totally safe. Mummies, on the other hand, I make poor life choices.
Curses aren't real. You'll be fine.
No more taunting the curse, at least not around me. I'm too young to die out here. I have things to do. I'm still in school. I haven't even started my life yet. I'm not tempting fate here, Nancy. I refuse.
Okay, I can respect that. I'll catch you later.
See ya!
Maybe the color has something to do with the solution. I should look around for a clue to solve this. It fits. Now, what exactly does it do?
Hotchkiss here.
It's Nancy Drew.
Oh, Francine, dear, I'm so glad you called. I've been having the most infuriating problem with my internet.
This is Nancy Drew.
Oh, you young people are so refreshing, always in search of new identities. The problem is that I downloaded this program called Weather Monkey. At my age, it's important that I keep abreast of all meteorological developments. But now I'm starting a new book, and I can't focus on my work because the Weather Monkey keeps yelling the weather at me.
Maybe you should uninstall it?
I will do no such thing. That would be tantamount to murder.
Maybe turn it down?
Brilliant and fantastic. Oh, yes, Samantha, you are a ticket. I would love to help you, but how do I know you again?
Nancy Drew. We've met a few times.
Aha, now I remember you. If life were a good book, you'd be my favorite reoccurring character.
I'm in Egypt, and I need your help.
Egypt? Well, why didn't you say that instead of chattering away about my internet problems?
I don't know how to respond to that. I read your book, and I thought maybe you could help.
You found my book while you were in Egypt. The serendipity is as delectable as Chateaubriand smothered in lavender lemon juice. I am at your disposal.
I didn't exactly find it. You sent it to me. You even signed it.
Oh dear, I sign and send lots of things.
Can you help me sort out some canopic jars?
Oh my, yes, let's see. A human and 3 animals. A jackal was Duwamatef, baboon, Hapi, and Kebasenuef. They also represented the 4 cardinal points, each protecting a sacred organ. I seem to remember that Hapi was the lungs.
What do you know about Nefertari?
Ah, a love story. Oh, break out the tissue papyrus, because when I'm done, there won't be a dry horus in the house.
What?
Look it up, dear. Ramses II and Nefertari shared a love so vast, the world could scarcely contain it. I'm talking about the kind of love you spell capital L, capital O, heart instead of a V, capital E. They stood side by side and ruled the world, but as they saw the years stretch out before them, they were keenly aware that a handful of decades would never cut it. They needed to be together always.
That's sweet.
And relevant. The ancient Egyptians believed that life was little more than a dress rehearsal for eternity. I found records that they concocted a plan to be together forever, side by side.
Why not be buried side by side?
They foresaw a volatile future for their kingdom, and they were correct. They knew they would have to enact safeguards. That's why in 1904, when QV-66, the so-called Tomb of Nefertari, was found, her body was not there.
What are the chances we found Nefertari's tomb?
If I were a gambling Hotchkiss, I'd say 60-40.
Have you heard of Abdullah?
Yes, I have. He is December on my Men of Archaeology calendar.
You're kidding me. Does that exist?
It existed the second I made it. Is he there with you?
Yes. He seems full of himself.
He is. Oh, I am not an advocate of pulpy romance novels, but if I were, I'd call that an archable trait. In Chapter 1, he'd swagger into the excavation site, the picture of a rascal with his dusty leather jacket and decidedly European haircut, his cocky ne'er-do-well smirk displaying his perfectly white teeth, but by the end he'd be sweetly holding flowers and saying, "Professor Hotchkiss, I'm dying to discuss your latest publication." A colleague of mine has guilted me into editing her latest romance novel, and I must confess I cannot wait until the project is completed. Reading page after page is absolutely wreaking havoc on my metaphors. Anyway, what were we talking about?
I no longer know.
Abdullah, that's what. He's a cold-blooded hotshot with only one setting: success. Oh, sorry, I've also been helping my nephew break into the movie trailer business. Oh, Hotchkiss, why must you always burn the candle at both ends? He's a good archaeologist who knows Egypt inside and out. He could teach you a thing or two, just don't pick up the attitude.
See ya.
Goodbye.
Did that. Check. Can't check that off yet.
Yes?
Why would Ramses go through all of the trouble to hide Nefertari away in a false tomb?
Nefertari was most dear to Ramses II. He built her the most beautiful tomb of all the queens. He even built for her a temple at Abu Simbel. Wherever he stood, she stood by him. He was very afraid she would not find him again in the afterlife. He wanted her hidden away for eternity, somewhere small and unremarkable where no one would think to look for her, until the time was right.
This is small and unremarkable?
For you and me, no. For Ramses II, this is a one-room flat in a bad part of town.
How did you get into archaeology?
I was a student, like Lily. I went out on a dig one day, and it was a very, very small tomb. Inside, nothing remarkable. Mummies, no hieroglyphs. But once I lowered myself down into the dark, dusty tomb, I felt a strange flutter in my chest, right here, and I do not know what overtook me, but I knew I had to push very hard on this wall. And it gave way. And you know what was there?
What?
I had opened the door thousands of years back in time. Ancient Egypt was down there. I have never again been the same.
What will you do if we find Nefertari?
I will take her to see the world.
Well, she can't exactly see anything. She's dead.
I know she's dead. I'll let the world see her. I will teach everyone why she is important.
Doesn't the world already know that?
No, they don't look hard enough. They need me to show them.
Do you really care about teaching people or just about the exposure?
It has been a long time since someone has had the nerve to speak to me in that manner.
You didn't answer my question.
I won't. I won't answer any question in that tone. Not from you, not from the press, not from some American colleague. I have work to do. Leave me to it.
I'll let you go.
Bye.
Whoa! What just happened? I should see if I broke something. Is it my imagination, or did the columns move? Got it. This looks important.
Foolish and irresponsible! You have no idea what you are doing! You have no idea what damage you have done!
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
You didn't know! Ignorance is not an excuse! It is the problem! You are off the site!
Please, I will never even come near your work again.
That is right you won't! You don't deserve to be here! Have the dignity to admit it!
I'll help, I promise. Please, I'll do anything to stay.
When the transport comes, you get on it! You are taking up space that a good student could be using! I want nothing to do with you! You will never have a career! Just leave! Did you see that?
Are you talking about the columns?
I knew there was something about this site that didn't add up. This is unheard of. The technology required to move the columns.
Maybe aliens were involved.
Very cute.
Why are you so hard on Lily?
It sounds so cruel, right? I am not her friend. I am her proving ground. If she survives me, no one will ever stop her. Not ever. If she does not, then she does not have what it takes to begin with. May you be so lucky as to have a mentor who pushes you.
Still, you could be nicer.
I learned to swim fast, not because I was taught well, but because there were crocodiles in the river.
See ya.
Goodbye.
Another coffin. And it's locked. Ancient Egyptians did not mess around. This could be about the Queen's children. These must represent Nefertari's children. Maybe if I knew more about them, I could open this.
Nancy, what's been going on?
I opened the sarcophagus.
You did?
Oh, I didn't expect you to be so excited. I doubt it has anything to do with the Anunnaki.
You never know. I'll have to see this room myself.
Can't open it. It's locked. I need to open this. Have you heard of an expedition that went off in search of Nefertari years ago?
Oh, yes. The team in which everyone died. Is that the one?
Yes. Do you think that story is true?
Oh, heavens, yes. It's deadly out there in the desert. Think about it. You're going out there in search of dead bodies. There must be a reason they're in favor of the area.
But this expedition wasn't searching for QV-66, right?
Indeed not. That had already been discovered. They were searching for Nefertari's mummy.
What do you think happened to them?
Oh, it's best you not concern yourself about that now, given your current location.
I still don't get all this business with QV-66. Why build a fake tomb?
For the same reason I never carry my passport in my purse when I travel. Some things are too valuable to leave in a tempting place.
Do you know anything about Nefertari's children?
Of course I do.
Can you tell me their names?
Yes, it's best we start with the boys.
Sure.
There's Among her Kepchef, meaning Among is with his strong arm.
How do I spell that?
Oh dear, you get a piece of paper and a pen, and you write down whatever you like for the next 5 minutes. Paul Ray Hair Wenemeth. Ray is with his strong arm. Mary, beloved of Ray. Miriatum, beloved of Atum. Oh, these names! The best part about ancient Egyptian names is that there are no ancient Egyptians around to correct your pronunciation. Oh, come back when you're ready for the girls.
Can you tell me the names of Nefertari's daughters?
I need you to do some searching for me. I've decided to restart my book project. Can you gather some information for me?
If it means you'll tell me the daughters' names, then sure.
Great! Who is above all the doors in the main antechamber?
Isis.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Hotchkiss out.
Nancy, things are moving. I heard the pillars moving. This place is seriously messed up.
I noticed that, but I don't think we're in any danger.
And you're basing this on what? Previous experience?
Call it a hunch.
At this point, I'd rather call it a day. I need to calm down. This is a huge opportunity and probably not a death trap. Right?
Right. I have to admit, I overheard that argument between you and Abdullah. Are you okay?
You did? What did you hear?
I'm not sure, really. It just sounded pretty bad.
It was. He can be rough to work with, but he's the best. I just have to get better and not make such stupid mistakes all the time.
Is there anything I can do?
Yes, I need your help sorting amulets. This has always been the thing I've been worst at. Please say you'll help. I'll help you out whenever you need it, I promise.
Sure thing.
Great, thanks. They need to be sorted by what they represent and by what power they had. They're on the table in the other tent.
I need to sort these amulets by type. I'm missing one. I'd better check that out. Someone cut the tent. I need to fully investigate this area. What happened here? Where's all of the water? Who would be crazy enough to do this on purpose? Rats! I needed that water to stay alive. If you wanted to sneak something out of the tent without anyone seeing you, this would be the perfect spot to do it. If I had the right tool, I bet I could see if the thief left anything behind. What's this? What's this mean?
Hello.
Did you see who destroyed our water supply?
Someone did what?
So, that's a no? Do you have any idea why someone would do that?
No one would be stupid enough to do that.
What do you think about Jamila's alien theories?
Not much. Subject change. Do you happen to know how a bloke like me might impress that cantankerous old curmudgeon down below?
You mean Abdullah, right?
I very much hope there isn't another one.
I imagine he responds to people talking about archaeology.
Brilliant. I'll do that. Thanks, Nancy.
Do you really think this is Nefertari's tomb?
It better be. Otherwise, I'm very lost.
What does that mean?
She's why I'm here. As a tour guide, I love the sites that tell a story. And Ramses I and Nefertari have the making of a classic love story, if we can find her here.
You mean Ramses II, right?
I do? I mean, yes, I do. Of course. Strange life being a king. You get everything but your own name.
What do you think of Jamila?
Is she for real? Because, wow, I've met some nutters in my life, but that girl belongs in a museum herself, with a little tag that reads, Insanus Totalis.
You're being a little harsh.
If it makes you feel better, I can pretend she's not insane, but then we'd both be living a lie.
Why are you so sure the public would want to tour this site?
Surely you've heard of the curse.
I have. Do you believe in it?
Of course I do.
But since you're here, you must not be worried about being cursed yourself.
I've been gloriously unlucky my whole life. I don't think a curse could make things much worse.
I need your help distracting Lily.
Why?
I just do.
What's in it for me?
The personal satisfaction that comes with being a nice person?
Nope. Say something nice about me to Abdullah. Tell him I'm trustworthy.
All right, fine.
But make it sound natural. Don't just blurt it out. Finesse it into the conversation.
I'll see what I can do. I'll let you go.
I'll be seeing you.
Yes?
So that guy Dylan is pretty helpful. I'd say he'd be a smart addition to your team, considering his talent, his experience, his... you know.
He told you to say that, didn't he?
Maybe.
Tell him he is stupid, but use small words so he understands you.
I'm not going to say that.
Your kindness is as admirable as it is boring.
I'd better get going.
See you later.
So, did you tell Abdullah that I'm trustworthy? How did he react?
Strongly?
I see. Well, good thing that was but a single step in my multi-tiered plan.
Why is it so important that he trusts you?
It's complicated and boring. Boring and complicated. You'd be bored hearing about the more complicated aspects of it.
You're not going to tell me, are you?
Oh, that's the spirit. Facing disappointment and not letting it get you down. Good show. But I am a man of my word, i.e. trustworthy, so I will distract Lily for you.
Great.
What should I do if I see her? Oh, we should have a code word.
I don't know if that's necessary.
Right. How about, look out, it's Lily, or she's back, stop looking at her things.
Okay, first of all, none of those are one word.
Oh, good point. What about danger, or incoming, or impending Lily?
Maybe if you just whistle?
Right. All good options.
Why would Dylan have this? Why would he have so many certifications? What a strange lock. There has to be something around to help me figure this out. Need a key.
Yes?
I'd better get going.
Bye.
Hi.
How well do you know Lily?
I like Lily. She's not a friend to the cause, but I can look past that.
Friend to the cause?
You know, rolling out the red carpet for our celestial others.
Oh, that.
I've been trying to teach her about the true purpose of the hidden tombs, but she's not receptive.
Earlier, you said true purpose of the tombs. What did you mean?
The Anunnaki had much to teach us. Too much. They hid the secrets on Earth. And when we master all these lessons, they will return to the temples and they will take the most enlightened among us with them.
What will happen to everyone else?
But for those who do not pass the test, there will be war and famine. The Earth's rage will overcome them and they will fall. The blue light of the Earth will go dim in the night sky.
That is bleak.
I know, right? That is why I tried to get Lily to embrace the Anunnaki. She does not care.
Bye.
Goodbye. Hi, Nancy.
I think I found a new area of the tomb near the main entrance.
You did? Hello.
I saw some really strange hieroglyphs in one of the tunnels you might want to see.
You did?
wonder what these mean. Why would an alien expert need an archaeology textbook? One of these was used to puncture the water tank.
Yes?
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
I've got something for you.
What's that?
Proof that space girl is Batty. I saw her creeping around and she dropped this. Here.
It looks like some sort of code.
Ooh, you're generous. I call it the maniacal screed of a madman. Or is it madwoman? Why is madness gender specific to men?
Yeah, you tell me.
I like you. Let's shake the dust off this small-time tomb off our boots and see the world together.
Can I keep this?
Yes, but you have to promise me that if it starts making sense, you'll call a psychologist immediately and schedule yourself in for a full workover. You would have had fun seeing the world with me. Admit it.
How'd impressing Abdullah go?
Badly. He used some very inappropriate language. At least I think he did. It wasn't in English.
Where exactly did you come from?
What do you mean?
We're in the middle of nowhere. You couldn't have just walked here.
Oh, I caught a ride with some traders, if you must know. Nasty customers, but they knew the way.
This site is new. How did they just know the way? It's not on any map.
I don't know. They just did, I guess.
What can you tell me about these guys? What did they look like? What language did they speak?
Nancy, I'm starting to think it might not be so smart to talk about this. For you or for me. Drop it. Don't bring it up again.
Looks like you're making your own badges. You're not being honest with me about being a guide, are you?
Well, the whole process is less official than you'd expect. Everyone makes their own credentials. Ask around. It might look a bit sketchy, but that's what's done.
How can you prove you are who you say you are?
I don't know if I can.
Why did you become a guide?
I don't know why anyone would ever do anything else.
All right, let's see your guide skills in action.
What?
Well, you're a guide, and you want to work this site. Give me a tour.
I thought you'd never ask, but there is a problem. I don't actually know anything about this site yet.
Oh, right.
I suppose I could make a conjecture here or there. Okay. Ready?
Ready.
Okay, crowd in everyone, crowd in. Nicely done. You look excellent in that hat, Mrs. Johnson. Your husband must be a very lucky man. A little flattery will get you everywhere as a guide. I am, he says. I could have you two on every tour I give. Now focus! Put your cameras down for a minute. Never forget to remind them to actually look with their eyes. People don't remember you can still do that. The site you see behind me is over 60 billion years old, and it was built by none other than the great Genghis Khan.
That is not right.
It might be right. Remember, no facts. Now, someone will inevitably ask a shockingly stupid question. Play along now. Ask me the out-and-out stupidest question you could possibly think of.
Why didn't they write in English?
Yes, exactly. And then I say, very good question. No one knows. And I change the topic. And say something showy like, did you know that there is rumored to be a very deadly curse awaiting those foolish enough to venture into the next room? Now quickly, let's go to the next room. And that is how being a guide is done.
Very nice.
Or maybe one day you can see me give a proper tour, if my business survives until you can return.
I'd better get going.
I'll be seeing you.
Hi.
I think I found a new area of the tomb near the main entrance.
You did?
I think these letters will create words below. That's not it. Wait, maybe if I look at the first letter of each word and see if that says anything. Let's see what this spells out. I need to figure out what this means. Blue cat opens tomb. I should look around for something like that.
Yes?
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Nancy, hi.
The water tank was destroyed using the discs from your bag.
If the discs were used, it wasn't me who used them. Maybe it was the Anunnaki.
I saw some really strange hieroglyphs in one of the tunnels you might want to see.
You did?
It's a blue cat, just like in Jamila's notes. I need to clear this stuff away from it. Almost clear. All clear. It looks like something is supposed to be placed here.
I've got this. Can't let you go first. You never know what dangers lie beyond. Blast! It's absolutely black as pitch in here. Pass me a torch, would you? Never mind. I've got something here. Ah!
Are you okay?
Could you just shift it a bit so you can get the pressure off?
If I can remove some of the pressure, I may be able to buy you some time.
Yes! If you keep doing things like that, I won't die!
If I can remove 5 more of these rocks, you should be okay.
Ah! Yes! No, not like that! Not like that! That's wrong! Ah! Oh! Yes! If you keep doing things like that, I won't die!
If I can remove 5 more of these rocks, you should be okay.
No, not like that! Not like that! That's wrong! Ah! Oh! Yes! If you keep doing things like that, I won't die!
If I can remove 5 more of these rocks, you should be okay.
Ah! Yes! Ah! Yes! No, not like that! Not like that! That's wrong! Ah! Oh! Yes! If you keep doing things like that, I won't die!
If I can remove 5 more of these rocks, you should be okay.
Yes! Yes, that's it! That's better! No, not like that! Not like that! That's wrong! Ah! Oh! Yes! If you keep doing things like that, I won't die!
If I can remove 5 more of these rocks, you should be okay.
Ah! Yes! No, not like that! Not like that! That's wrong! Ah! Oh! Yes! If you keep doing things like that, I won't die!
If I can remove 5 more of these rocks, you should be okay.
No, not like that! Not like that! That's wrong! Ah! Oh! Yes! If you keep doing things like that, I won't die!
If I can remove 5 more of these rocks, you should be okay.
No, not like that! Not like that! That's wrong! Ah! Oh! Yes! If you keep doing things like that, I won't die!
If I can remove 5 more of these rocks, you should be okay.
Ah! Yes!
That should hold. Stay still. I'm going to find you some help.
It's okay. Everything's fine. Ow! Never mind. Everything's a problem. Call the hospital.
It took the rescue team a while to get through the collapse, but they finally got Dylan out. He looked pretty bad. I hope he's going to be okay.
I'm sure he will be, and there's nothing you can do about it.
I know, but that doesn't make me feel any better.
Nancy, you don't need to stay. I can make some calls to Kingston. We can get you out of there if you're worried.
No, I'm fine.
Think it over. I'm the one who should be there, and I'm not. And as much as I care about keeping this site safe, it's not worth putting you in danger.
I'll be fine, I promise.
Okay. If you change your mind, call me immediately.
I think I found evidence of an old expedition here. It seems like an old diary entry.
Keep that safe. There are records of an expedition leaving England in search of Nefertari's tomb. This was after she wasn't found in QV-66, her supposed tomb that was found in the early 1900s.
But if they were here, then this must not be the place, right?
Not necessarily. No one knows what happened to the expedition.
The whole expedition disappeared? Did that happen often?
More often than you'd expect. Archaeology is deadly work.
Dylan said guides often make their own credentials. Is that true?
No.
Oh, that lying liar. I'm gonna give him a piece of my mind.
Nancy, don't. Be cautious. You're in the desert. Don't put anyone in a position where they feel like there's no other choice but to make you disappear.
Dylan wouldn't do that.
Do you want to bet your life on that? When people feel like they can get away with anything, they change.
I'd better get going.
Bye.
Dylan? Is that you? Are you okay?
No.
I'm sorry. I hope you're not too badly hurt.
I'm in traction. That's pretty bad, by the way.
I can imagine.
Traction is bad. Just a little FYI. Courtesy of me.
You sound a bit scrambled.
A truckload of rocks will do that. Amazing fact. Courtesy of Dylan.
Should I let you sleep?
No. They think I'll die if I fall asleep. So I can't do that yet. I'll be fine, though. Unless I fall asleep in the next 8 hours, and if that happens, all the way dead.
Oh, well, don't do that.
It is impressive how much your body dislikes having a few tons of stone dropped on top of it. Listen, it's very fortunate that I called you.
Actually, I called you.
No, I don't think so. Maybe your phone is backwards. Listen, I need to tell you something very important.
Okay.
When I was lying there, under all that stone, I heard a voice. A woman's voice.
What was it saying?
Something in an old language I've never heard before. Something ancient and creepy. That tomb is cursed. I'm sure of it.
Are you sure it wasn't just something you imagined?
I know I'm all turned around, but I know what I heard. Even if they would let me sleep, I couldn't. Every time I close my eyes, I hear it. You need to leave.
I need you to try to remember. Is there anything else at the site that seemed strange?
I don't know if my memory could be trusted right now, but I do remember something strange about Jamila and that weird bag of hers.
Strange? How?
1 second, it would be empty, and then she'd reach down into it and pull something out. It was like a really bad magic trick.
The jackal amulet is missing. Did you have anything to do with that?
No, I didn't. I wouldn't even want to touch one of those creepy things.
I'll catch you later.
Later.